back to my channel. My name is Megan, and normally we share food and wellness videos, but my husband and I are pregnant. We're expecting our first baby, and so I've decided to add some fun pregnancy videos to our channel. So today I'll be doing a first trimester update. So I guess we should start at the beginning, which is when we found out we were pregnant. We went on a little vacation to Oregon to visit our family, and when we got back, I was a few days late on my period, which, you know, can happen. Sometimes a few days early, sometimes a few days late. We got back on a Friday evening, and we had no groceries in the house. So Saturday morning, Aaron ran out to get some groceries and to pick up a pregnancy test. And we got home, I took the test, and he actually went in to look at it before me. Like, we went in together, but he was a little bit before me because I was nervous. And when he saw it, he just was like, oh, and we looked at it and we just couldn't believe that it said that we were pregnant. And if you watched our fertility series, if you're a regular on our channel, you know that it took us a couple years to get pregnant. And when you want to get pregnant for 2 years and you've taken lots of tests and it finally says you're pregnant, it's like you're excited, but it's also shock. It's like, really? Like, we just kept saying that, like, really? Like, we're pregnant? Oh my gosh. And even for like that whole, like, basically first week after, I just kept taking pregnancy tests because, you know, it's like every day you're just like, oh, am I still pregnant? It's just so crazy and amazing and exciting all at the same time. So that's where we start, is that we found out we were pregnant. So I started feeling morning sickness at about 6 weeks, and it's just been a range of different things. Nausea, some days so incredibly tired, like I could go to sleep at 5 or 6 o'clock, but I try to keep myself awake a little bit longer so that I don't wake up super early the next day, but just super tired. Food aversions, I've thrown up, all the typical pregnant lady things. Some days, you know, better than others. But definitely at about 6 weeks is when I started feeling the morning sickness. Food aversions, really the number one thing for me, which is so sad. You guys know me, I love vegetables, and I just could not even eat a vegetable. My taste and my smell so heightened, which is normal in pregnancy. So everything, like literally a piece of romaine tasted like dirt. Like no vegetables tasted good, especially raw vegetables. I was able to sneak in some cooked vegetables into things, and in a smoothie I could put in like some spinach and hide it there. So I was trying to find ways to sneak in veggies, but even just like talking about broccoli or Brussels sprouts, like it literally made me want to throw up. So luckily that went away and now I can eat vegetables again. But for the first couple weeks, I was just like not into vegetables. Lots of bland food, toast, soup, things like that. I also shared with you some of my natural morning sickness remedies in a video that I've already posted, so I'll link that below. One thing I didn't mention in that video that I also added to my routine is vitamin B6. My midwife recommended 50 milligrams 3 times a day of vitamin B6, which can help with nausea. I honestly don't even do that much, and I don't take it every day. I just take it if I am feeling a little nauseous. And so sometimes for me, I just take 1, maybe 2 of the 50 milligrams a day, and some days I don't even take it. But that is another natural option if you are experiencing morning sickness. And as always, these videos are not advice. I'm not saying that this is what you should do. I'm just speaking from my own personal experience. You should always consult with your own doctor, your own midwife for your health care and what's best for you. So some of the first people that we told were our moms. I talked to my mom every single day, and so it felt weird not to tell her. I kind of wanted to wait just because it sounds strange maybe, but to Aaron and I, it was really special that it was just kind of our thing that we knew about before we told anyone else. But because I talked to my mom every day and we're so close, and I wasn't feeling well, I was like, I have to tell her. So I think it was like a week, maybe 2 weeks after that, when we found out, that we told her, and then we told my mother-in-law shortly after. But we just told the moms at first, and then at 12 weeks, I believe, we told the rest of the family. Our family is big and very close, and so you can't really just tell one person without telling everyone. So we just waited to tell everyone on the same weekend. And then I think it was 15 weeks that we announced online and told all of you that we were expecting. So my first appointment with my midwife was at 10 weeks. And when I found out that I was pregnant, I think, it was on a Saturday, and that Monday I called the midwife at the birth center I knew that we wanted to go to, and I told her the news and, what do we do now? And she's like, okay, well, we'll schedule an appointment for you when you're 10 weeks along, which seemed forever away, so long to wait, but I guess there's not much to do up until that point. So our first appointment was at 10 weeks, and I was really excited for that appointment. I was really hoping that we could hear the heartbeat. I know that sometimes it's maybe too early, or the baby's positioning, you can't hear the heartbeat, but I was hoping that maybe we could, and we were able to hear the heartbeat, and it was strong and amazing, and it just makes it so real. It's just incredible. And so we heard the heartbeat. I love our midwives. How our birth center is set up is that there's a number of midwives, because when you do go into labor, you're not sure who's going to be on call or available on that particular day. And so you meet with all of the different midwives throughout your pregnancy. So you really get to know them all, and they get to know you. And I love our birth center. I love our midwives. I feel that they are so knowledgeable. I feel super cared for. They're very attentive, very available for questions. So for me, it's the right path for us to have our baby at a birth center. That's what we are planning on doing. And so at the 10-week first appointment, they also thought that my uterus felt a little high, which meant they thought I was a little bit further along than I thought I was, which we were very surprised by, because we use the fertility awareness method to track my cycles. So I felt like I knew when my last period was, which kind of makes it you just kind of know where you're at with things. But they recommended that I go have what's called a dating scan, which determines really how far along you are. So we scheduled the dating scan appointment, and I was nervous for the appointment, but nervous just to know exactly where we were at, because since they thought I was further along, we were wondering, are we just a couple days, a week? Are we a whole month further along than we thought? And it is really, really important to know personally, but also for the midwives, because it does help guide, all the care and different tests and things like that throughout your pregnancy. And of course you want to know exactly, when your baby's actually due. So we had the dating scan, they got the results, they sent it to the midwife followed up with us, and it turns out that we were actually a whole week and a day further along than we thought. So this was on week 11, and in one day we gained a whole week and a day, which we were like, okay, we were totally fine with. It still kind of boggles my brain how that all works out, but it doesn't really matter. We have baby growing, and so we just skipped ahead a whole week and a day within a day. So before I found out that we got pregnant, my husband and I are both active people. We exercise, we like to go on runs, walks. I also really enjoy yoga. And once we found out that we were pregnant, I think it's important to listen to your body. And I just felt like slowing down. So I stopped running, and I just didn't feel comfortable doing yoga. I wanted to make sure that the poses that I were doing were safe. So I just kind of put a hold and a pause on yoga. But I did want to stay active. So my goal was to walk at least 30 minutes or an hour if I was really feeling good every single day. And so every day we would walk. It started getting really hot because it was getting end of August, early September in Los Angeles. So we ended up getting an inexpensive gym membership, because all I wanted to do was go walk on the treadmill and air conditioning as an option if it was too hot to walk outside certain days. So basically in my first trimester, all that I did was walk 30 minutes a day, and I did some light stretching, some arm circles and lifting my arms up and things like that. In my second trimester update, I'll talk about, I have added on prenatal yoga now. I go to a class which I really love, but I waited to my second trimester to start that, and I'll talk about that later. But as far as exercise in the first trimester, I just really scaled back a lot, resting a lot, but I did try to walk 30 minutes to 1 hour every day. So my husband and I are both big planners, and we I was excited to start on our nursery. We didn't really get started too much until closer to the end of the first trimester, and now we're in the second trimester, so some of these weeks maybe, you know, crossing over a little bit, but we have started on our nursery, and we started really small. Like in the beginning, we bought a plant, and we actually got a fake plant for the nursery just because I didn't want to have to deal with like dirt, which can collect bugs, and the lighting in there is not, you know, as bright as maybe it should be for a real plant to grow. Anyways, I figure once the baby comes, real plants may not get as much attention anyway. So anyways, we got a great big fake fiddle-leaf fig tree in there, a rug, and our family has sent us a few really sweet little gifts so far that I've put on like the little bookshelf in there. And it's just, it makes it so fun to see that room, like when I walk by down the hall and I see the little room with the little things starting to build up in there. And it's part of like nesting. It's really all for me. Like I know, and my husband's like, I know that the baby really doesn't care what its room will look like. The baby will probably sleep in our room for the first 6 months or whatever, but it's still just really fun to start planning it all. I'm just really excited about everything. And I do plan to share with you guys like nursery tour video and blog post once it's all done. I think that will be fun. And yeah, definitely let me know if you guys have any like pregnancy themed video requests that you'd like to share with, like me to share with you. So that wraps up my first trimester update. Basically, I just took it easy. Eating wise, I just kind of ate what sounded good to me. It's all about just listening to your body, and because it's not just you anymore, you have another human that you're caring for. But I am grateful so far. Even though I have had morning sickness, we've had a great pregnancy, and I'm very grateful for that so much. And I don't really know what else to add to this video. I could be missing some like big things that you guys want me to share, but I can't think of what else to say. So if you do have questions, if there's something you're curious about that I didn't mention in this video, just ask me in the comments below. I am thinking of also doing like a video sharing my pregnancy supplements. It's nothing like extreme or wild. It may not even be interesting, but for those that are interested in it, I do have a few things I take every day, including like my prenatal. So if you're interested in that video, maybe let me know, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a prenatal pregnancy supplement type video. But that's it. That's my first trimester update. Basically, we're growing a baby. I guess I can show you guys the bump a little bit if you can see. Just there it is. Baby's growing, and I'm feeling good now that I'm in my second trimester. And thank you guys so much for watching our videos, for subscribing to our channel, and for those that do like the more recipe wellness videos. And don't worry, we will continue to do those kind of videos, but this is just another part of my life now. So I will be posting pregnancy videos in addition to the recipe and wellness videos too. So we love you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.